Okay, our animation buddy is freaking out. This is basics of animation part 4 or 5. I forget which one. But yeah, buddy's freaking out. Let's just pause everything by doing spacebar. There's not much to go over now. We're going to do a recap. This window down here is the timeline. Usually it looks like this. To bring it up, we go like this. In the timeline, wherever, do you see how there's like a subtle change in color when I go from each one? So when I'm in this, I'll just call it a window. Maybe it's a region. This is a region. The window is the whole thing. When I'm in this region, um, oh, that's a good reminder. If you don't see your keyframes, try to not that um, scroll up with the mouse pad. I don't think it's scrolling up with the click wheel. Um, you know what it might be? It might be middle click and hold. Cool. When in the timeline region, A, select all keyframes, X to delete all keyframes. This brings up something kind of interesting. We don't have any animation going, but it's stuck in this weird area. You'll notice over in the info section, the rotation on all of them are 2020, 2291. While hovering over this area, and this goes for this, and pretty much anywhere, if you click backspace over it, it'll bring it back to its normal place or zero. Um, Notice how when I do it over here, it doesn't change the scale to zero, it keeps it at 1. But if we do this, it goes back to 1, it's at negative, back to 1. Negatives are a thing. Remember, negatives are a thing. Cool. Going over basic stuff. You always want to start at frame 1 and end wherever you want it to end. The end is going to be however long you want it to be. So let's make this 250 because that's how long it is normally set to. So to get to the beginning of the timeline, hold down Shift, left arrow. To get to the end, Shift, right arrow. To bring up the info box, or the info sidebar, I forget what you call that, press the N key, and that's how you get rid of it as well. You press the N key. Um, to create a perfect loop, you want to start in the area, you want to start at the beginning and do I to get the keyframe menu, location, rotation, and scale. It doesn't have to be that, it could be any of these. We do right arrow key with shift to go to the end, I, location, rotation, and scale. We can make the loop fun by putting something in the middle where we rotate it, scale it, we'll make it very small, or we'll make it negative big and grab it, and we're going to do I for location, rotation, and scale. Remember, if you don't do that and you go to the next frame, it doesn't save the keyframe. So always set the keyframe when you do this. So we're going to scale it negative. Just don't even think about it. We're going to rotate it like that for the heck of it and grab it and put it up here. I, location, rotation, scale. Perfect loop. because we did that negative in scaling, it, it gets smaller and then it gets bigger. Going back to the beginning, that's a lie, I think. I don't know. I can't theoretically think about negatives right now. Okay. We don't want it to have that weird easing that happens. So we want to have all of them selected as far as the keyframes. Right click, interpolation mode, linear. You're more than welcome to do all of them or to have the smooth mode going on. I just think that if you want it to be a perfect loop, you want it on a linear mode. Okay, we'll stop here tonight.